The reviews are in, and 1 out of 5 stars would not come back. Well, I'm sure Mr. Ramsey's going to take that very well. It's Kitchen Talk. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to Kitchen Talk Episode 2, where we dive into the world of Hell's Kitchen. My name is Ryan Cam, joined by Jabe Collins from 3D Movie Cinema. Collins, how are you?
I'm doing well. I hope Matt's doing well. I know that he is on the red team tonight, and I'm on the blue team. So,
Right, and Matt Wyatt, how are you?
Doing good. I had a lot of fun watching the second episode. Much more rough than the last one. This one got a little overheated this time around.
Yeah, well, this episode really sets up how pretty much most of the episodes are going forward in later seasons. It's a challenge, and then it's the punishment, and then it's the dinner service. It's a definitive 3-chapter arc kind of thing. And it's a formula that the show follows up until one significant change in a later season, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But before we dive in, leave a like, subscribe, do the thing. We would greatly appreciate that. But let's get into Season 1, Episode 2, just simply called Day 2. And like we left off with the last episode, Carol Ann is now eliminated, and the red team is down a member. And as soon as they get back up to the dorms, we get to the almighty Dewberry, who is in the bathroom, and guess who he runs into the bathroom? Et2, Elsie?
What do you guys want to talk about?
And, well, they have a conversation. I think Dewberry kind of... I would have been a little more mad if I was him, but that's just me.
Yeah, that was a little awkward bathroom conversation. Just when you threw his ass under the bus, you hug it out.
I mean, I'm sitting there watching, going, like, he's like, literally, like, you know, like you said, oh, I got you. And then all of a sudden he's like, Dewberry. And it's like, he's like, you bitch.
Like, you bitch? How dare you eliminate me? Throw me under the bus.
To be fair, you just met her yesterday.
Oh, I love you.
That's
Come
true.
here, and they hug, and I'm just sitting there like, you know, if my dream restaurant were on the line, I would be a little bit more like, what was the meaning of this, ma'am? Like I don't know.
But he already knows that he was going to get a payback if he had to vote to eliminate her out of the team.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good point. Yes, but
he's just playing nice to her.
I was telling Ryan, I said, you know, it's sad. I feel bad for Elise because, like, on the red team, like that is like everyone on the red team shit except for her.
Yeah, that's true.
Not even Chris, who is an executive chef, is even good, and it's Elsie. There is an Elise in Hell's Kitchen, and we'll get to her.
I mean, Elsie
in a later season, don't you worry. But the chefs get a rude awakening in the form of Scott and Marianne banging pots and pans to wake them up. Which,
I was dying. That was great. Like, they're waking them up like they're drills, like they're in the military.
It gets worse in later seasons, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But then we get our first team challenge, but not before. Chris shows up to the challenge late. He brushes his teeth. He does, like, everything. The only thing that was missing was him showing up.
Every time I hear Jeff's name, every time I hear Jeff's name, I quote from 22 Jump Street. My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My dad's name is Jeff, and I remember I was sitting there watching this. I was like watching this, and I was just thinking, like, when I got home, I was sitting there. I wrote my notes down, and I'm like, man, I said Jeff probably should have went home. And then my dad's on the phone, and he goes, "What did I do? What? Why should I have?" What? I was like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, not you. Somebody else named Jeff." I was like, "What did I do?"
Oh God, Jeff was the worst in this episode.
Dewberry was bad, okay, and the only reason
Dewberry got even. Oh, Dewberry wasn't like, even though that if you take out the huge meltdown that he did to Gordon Ramsay, he probably would have done a better job than Jeff. Jeff had a fucking kidney stone problem, couldn't focus enough during that end of the episode. He's like, fuck it, I can't do it anymore. He was about to desert the whole fucking team. Oh my God. He could not take it. And Gordon was like, hey, you motherfucker, you don't desert here. You stay here in your fucking kitchen, blah, blah. I'm like, oh God. Like, he was not having it. Like, you stay. No. You don't just ban your own team like that.
The team had the better service tonight that night.
They did. Mm-hmm. I mean, just
Well-
when you thought that the red team was about to make a lot of good improvements in the beginning with the appetizers, but then the main foods, they were really falling apart.
The blue team has like has at least 5 good people on there. There's like only 2 people on the blue team that are terrible. The rest and everybody else is good. The red team, everybody's terrible but one person.
That's true. It was so funny that every time that they were getting out of bed, and Gordon Ramsay calls out to Chris like, "Lazy fucker, you showed up a little bit late, lazy fucker."
He scolds him too. He says like
Chris was a douchebag.
He just literally like because like they woke everyone up. You saw them wake everyone up. Says get downstairs now. Don't have no time to grab nothing. Just get downstairs. And then like because you have time afterwards. When he has his talk with you, you have time like after you do the challenge, you can go upstairs, get ready, and get dressed, and then But I'm like he just goes upstairs, brushes his teeth, to where everybody's just sitting there waiting on.
We go and Chef Ramsay was just shaking his head, wondering where Chris was.
Yeah. And then he says, blue team, I commemorate all of your people for showing up on time. Like the red team. It's 7 minutes. 7 whole minutes. I'm just like, and he's like, he got angry at him. He got angry. He was scolding him. Just like,
Yeah.
You're part of a team.
Not even a regular toothbrush either. It was one of those electric toothbrushes that like he was really taking his time with that one.
I would have literally, I understand like getting your shorts on, like if you're for instance, someone sleeps in the nude or if somebody just sleeps in nothing but like a pair of like short underwear, like tidy whities. I would understand that putting your clothes on, putting your pants on or something. But like he literally went up there, did everything in the room except for take a shower. He went, probably took a pee, went in there, brushed his teeth and everything, and he's like, and he didn't even put his glasses on, which I'm like, okay, you have enough time to go do all that stuff, but you don't put your glasses on, like.
This is a man who has his priorities well in order. But we get our first team challenge in Hell's Kitchen history, which is they have to clean and gut squid, which considering my history with knowing Matt, I'm sure he loved this one, watching all those squids just get completely just being all the guts being torn out.
Try smelling.
They put the squid on the cucumber to make him like that.
It looked like you're about to put on a condom on a cucumber.
That's exactly what the woman
except with the banana, it's the cucumber that you put in the condom on.
Elise made the suggestion like all the men seem to be really good.
It looked like the squid was putting on a used condom.
Dewberry seemed to have had a pretty good handle on that cucumber, but then again, I expected all the guys to kind of handle that pretty well.
What do you mean by that?
Elsie, God bless her soul, like she sees this cucumber and she was like, "Oh man, Dewberry's handling that cucumber very well." I would
Exactly. Oh yeah, he's handling that cucumber. That explains the whole thing. Not to be homophobic or anything, but
Elsie, why are you so out of pocket? Why are you like?
I was like, damn, she really went there.
This was 2005, after all.
It was 20 years ago, of course.
Like, the funny thing is that made me laugh out of everything is like they're putting this all, and then all of a sudden, they read the thing, and all of a sudden he just goes like starts counting them off. He goes, roll, and then like Andrew is just like, yeah, like Andrew. They get to Andrew, and Andrew's like, this determines it, and he goes, it's got a whole fucking hole in it, and
it's got a fucking hole in it.
Got a big fucking hole at the bottom.
That was crap. That squid, as far as I'm concerned, was perfect. I'm gonna cry.
Like there's all the parts coming out of the skin, except for the one thing. There's a fucking hole in the end.
As far as I was concerned, that was perfect. Like, sure, Andrew.
Like, dude, I was like, Andrew, shut the fuck up.
Andrew is the worst one on their team.
You're not supposed to tear it. You're not supposed to tear it. You're supposed or have holes in it. If you do, you fucked it up. That's on you, Andrew.
Andrew literally fucks up the whole movie. Like,
he's like, "I didn't fuck this up." Blah, blah. Dude, someone should just punch that dude in the face for being so stupid. How are you even still? How the fuck are you still on this team already? How are you not eliminated?
Because they're a good team, and they drag him. They're pulling him because they're good,
right.
And he's not.
He gets carried for sure, but red team ends up winning. They get to have dinner with Gordon, and then the blue team has to clean all that squid, which must have just been amazing. The dinner is honestly I mean, they don't spend much time with them. The punishments get worse and the rewards get even better as the show progresses. Like, I won't spoil any of them here, but let's just say you'll want to win the challenges, because if you lose them,
even though the blue team had a punishment in the beginning, at least they were doing a little bit better by the end. Even though it was a complete disaster the second day than the first day.
Well,
But
to be
one of the
fair,
main-
like I think what on the red team I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Matt.
I was just going to say one of the main storylines of the episode is Jeff may or may not having a kidney stone. And like Jessica Pink just is like, "Are you okay? All right," and she walks away.
The one
Whatever.
the Walmart version of Pang just walks up and say, "Hey, dude, you okay? Whatever." You bitch! You're not gonna check to see if he's okay. He looks like he's about to die, dude. At first, I thought he was gonna get food poisoning or something, but no, he had a kidney stone problem going on.
Oh, which that storyline continues in the next episode. Really
I
good.
bet it's gonna continue.
Grossly. Which I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's disgusting.
I'm surprised that Gordon Ramsay's not aware of his problem, of his condition.
Well, to be fair, late in the later seasons, he does
No spoilers. Don't tell me everything. Don't tell me the whole goddamn season.
I'm not saying this season. I'm saying in the later seasons.
He makes it through.
No, I'm not saying for Jeff. I'm saying for people that in the later.
Okay. I was about to say. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, what?
In the later seasons of the show, people have medical emergencies in the show.
You're saying that the medical emergencies for other people, the Inspire show will get worse than what we got right now.
Yeah, and then Jordan Ramsay will go up there and be sympathetic towards them and stuff, but because he is he is a good guy at heart.
Although he is. He's just trying to be a hard ass to try to push them to their limits to be the best chef in the world. Of course, that he's gonna be the drill sergeant. He's gonna fucking talk shit. Yeah. He's gonna be aggressive. That's the whole point of it.
I forgot too that they don't have a medic yet, because I said in the later seasons they have like a medic. If something happens, they just pick up the phone and say medic, and the medic will walk right in the room. And I
got an advice. Call 911.
Well, nowadays,
I know. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
I just laugh so hard though. He's just laying on the floor like this.
He's like, "Hey, medic!"
And then
he looks. Just the Walmart Pink just fucking walked away and like whatever. Look, you fucking cold-hearted bitch here. What the hell?
But then we get to dinner service, and Dewberry does like the one good thing in his entire run. He makes an acceptable plate of spaghetti.
The chili flavor to it, but not too much.
That's nice.
Which, I mean, that's a bit of a...
Dude, that's the only thing he can fucking do. He can only make spaghetti.
Tell Chef Ramsay that too. I'm only good at making spaghetti, and I'm just like,
I'm only good at making spaghetti. That's all I do. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I would never have told him that. Even if I knew that, I would not tell him that, because
the Dewberry Doughboy can only make spaghetti. He can't make anything else but fucking spaghetti. Impress Gordon Ramsay in this shit.
If I'm Dewberry, I'm like, think about this logic. Why are you're on a show competing for his restaurant? Why the hell would he give it to you if you can only make one dish?
Exactly.
Used to, yeah. I mean, that to me is crazy. That honestly, that there's one lady. There's a mom. The best person on that team is someone who doesn't have no chef experience, who is a mom of 6. That is sad.
She's doing better than the whole team.
The blue team, they got at least 3 or 4 good people on their team. They got the pink girl can cook.
They had to shut off the air conditioning to test them to see if they could still go.
I did,
because he told them that there was one incident in a restaurant where the air conditioner got broke and and everything fell apart. It was a disaster. So they had to test them to see if they were willing to keep going, even when it's super fucking hot in the fucking kitchen.
Throughout the blue team's kitchen, there's going to be no air conditioning.
Because it's going to be fucking hot if you turn off the air conditioning. It's going to get very fucking hot and exhausting. And they have to really keep going. And that's the whole point of their challenge of the blue team.
So one thing I wanted to bring up, I did forget about the air conditioning. I did want to bring that up. I don't know how I forgot, but I did. But that was actually when Gordon brings up the whole first night at my restaurant, the AC went out. That actually did happen on Gordon Ramsay's first TV show he was ever a part of, called Boiling Point. he opens up his own restaurant, which like is his first restaurant, like Gordon Ramsay. Like it's literally just Gordon Ramsay. The AC went out, and he actually fires one of his waiters on that night because he was drinking water in front of a customer. Like that is not a lie. Like that actually happened. I recommend Boiling Point, though. That is a very good show. But I am sidebarring to get to the point that the AC, that was a bit. They don't do that for the after this season. Like they don't do like additional punishments. They do a few weird ones here. Like they're definitely trying some stuff out. Like Collins, you know the one I'm talking about with the stock room in the back. You know the one?
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. But I love how Wendy, when she says, I love how Gordon is going to see me as a perfectionist. That line just consistently bites her in the ass when she tries to cook a risotto and it's raw.
The rice is crunchy.
It's like, hey, this thing is fucking raw. It's fucking crunchy.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
think honestly, like looking, judging by this episode right here, episode 2, I would say it's probably the Italian guy is the best so far. I'm just judging by this, like on the blue team, the Italian guy. Then there's the pink girl, the pink discount.
The
Pink
Walmart
girl.
pink girl.
Yeah. And then there's the guy who looks like he belongs in My Chemical Romance.
You mean Michael?
Yes, the one who has like the beard and the hair, the emo haircut.
He
You
kind of
know,
looks
like-
like he belongs in White Zombie.
Yeah, he belongs in Hot Topic. Like you would see him at Hot Topic. And then of course,
It's true.
I would say it's Wendy. Yeah, I'm not make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. Wendy, and then the bottom, very very bottom, the very very bottom is Andrew on that blue team.
Yeah.
And then the red team, you got Elise, and then I would say the guy with the glasses who was
Chris.
setting up the plate, Chris. And then I would say Dewberry, and then the what's his name, Jeff. Jeff is the weakest one out of all of them, and yet he's still around. That's the crazy part. The only reason,
How I don't get it.
Speaking of Jeff, he sends up burnt spinach. Like, how do you burn spinach? Number
It was
one.
like, what?
You sent it.
You
Like, how
burnt
the fuck do you
spinach.
burn spinach?
Can you not see that that's burned?
Yes, chef.
Yeah, so you're mixing away like a fucking donkey.
How is that even possible?
And
He's
then
like-
Gordon's just like, bring up the spinach, please. And he's bent over like a catcher at a baseball game. He's
Throw it away then, you little fucker.
knocks everything out.
please bring the spinach. I'm just like, he's working on it. Like he's gonna get there eventually. Dilbert is gonna get there eventually.
And then Dewberry just gets imploded, where like he just basically drops his food. He drops everything, goes, "No, I am pathetic, chef," and drops it, and then walks out. And Elise looks at him like, "No, get your ass back on your station now."
Fucking hell.
You're useless, you know that.
I am. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Look on her face. I couldn't walk out. I couldn't. Oh, come on. I mean, you know.
And then after she gives him that death stare, like that, that mom stare, he goes back and gets on his station. And then Gordon just chews his ass again, leaving.
I love the part what we brought up, that the customer coming up to Gordon Ramsay, and it's like, "Do you see what's happening behind me? Looks like you got an amateur chef. Oh, finally, you got your head coming out outside of your asshole. Sit the fuck back down, you fucking dick."
And then it gets worse for the customer. It gets worse.
It does get worse.
I feel bad for the maitre d' JP because it just got worse and worse and worse because that night, because then you had more people come. I went from one person to two people to come up. And then eventually JP gets assaulted by one guy because they literally bring pizza from outside of the restaurant. Pizza.
You can't. What? Don't tell me I can't. I'm seriously.
Yeah, that was completely disrespectful. I mean, if you were unsatisfied, just fucking leave the fucking restaurant. Don't order pizza inside the restaurant when they're not
Liability
from
issue,
this
really.
fucking house kitchen.
Yeah, 'cause
And
it's
what
like-
you did was fucking disrespectful. You're a fucking asshole. And he tries to outsmart him. Was like, "I got a hell educated, blah, blah, blah." Like, oh, go fuck yourself.
Doctorate in music from the University of Southern California. Do you have a doctorate? I do have an education.
I thought Gordon Ramsay was about to come in and start something. I thought he was going to fucking just throw his ass out.
He sees that. He sees that. He looks over and sees that. And that's when he draws. That's when Gordon's like, "All right, I'm done." No.
It's like, shut it down. Shut it down.
JP's getting bullied over here now.
Oh, the one. There's
What's
one
even
thing
worse-
where he was critiquing this one food. It smells like donkey's ass.
What's even worse is the pizza actually looked pretty good too.
It did. It looked very good too.
And
It did.
And then a guy took it offensive. I didn't understand what JP was saying. I'm sorry that your education. He was trying to say that, I'm sure you're a well-educated man. I'm sure that your manners can't be as good as your education. That's what he was trying to say. But the guy misinterpreted it as, oh, you're saying I have a bad education. So that guy went up there and just like, he pushed JP against the wall. Like, don't you ever tell me I have a doctorate in music. And I'm just like, do you have a doctorate? And I'm like thinking, is that even a real fucking degree? Like a doctorate?
Well, I'd never heard of that.
It is real. When I was in college, I took choir classes with my professor who actually did hold a doctorate in music, so it is a real thing. But this gentleman, like, doing this whole thing to like, I have a doctorate. I'm like, sir, your degree.
He
is
practically
not
was
reflected.
assaulting him. He practically
not
assaulted him
the
right there.
The producers came up there and they asked them, I said, no, you need to leave now. We're calling the police. They literally tell, like, the producer just comes around the corner and goes, you are out of here now, or else we're calling the police. I'm just
the producer came out and was like, dude, we will call the police. Like that got escalated very quickly.
I'm like, oh yeah, like that's what you never see the producer. That's the only time I've seen that the producers
come up and interfere while they're filming.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think they did. I can't say when, but yeah, they do again. But like that's not right in the near future right now. But like, yeah, the producers never get involved unless it's something serious. If it's something serious, then that was like drawing the line, because they're like, he's about to beat up the Maitre D. When he pushes him against the wall, they're like, all right, no. Which JP's like, he said the Americans are going to become Dirty Harry. Because
I thought he was like, oh wow, take it easy, man.
I thought Gordon Ramsay was going to jump across the counter and be like, hey, mother, let's go. I mean, honestly, that's what people really like. I was like, Gordon Ramsay looks over, he sees that like they're beating up JP, and he's about to be in it. And he's like, no, we're done. No, he said that. The fact is, the only thing was upset JP is like, you're not supposed to bring food from outside, because if you choke on it, or if there's something toxic in that pizza, it's at their restaurant, they're reliable, and then they're going to get sued. And that's why they're like, you can't bring outside food. It's like,
Yeah, because if you do that, then something goes wrong to the customers, then it's going to be on them. It'll be on their ass for allowing bring food outside of the restaurant.
Which I'm just like, who you would think that they have security at the door where they're like,
I know, like they don't have like a bouncer. They don't have a bouncer at the front door.
I know
the bouncer, I'd be like, oh, you brought me pizza. Thank you.
Yeah, just bribe him with pizza and let him go by his business and look the other way.
I'm just saying, JP literally was. I wouldn't be surprised if like Dewberry or Jeff walked out there and got him some pizza.
I mean, he'll be craving for it if he walked out of it and had grabbed pizza. It's like, fuck you, Gordon Ramsay. Fuck you, Gordon Ramsay.
Did you see where Andrew was like trying to basically trying to narc on the Asian girl, where he was like saying, or Wendy, whatever, her name's Wendy, right?
I think that, yeah, it's Wendy.
Yeah, the Asian girl is Wendy. Well, he was like saying, he was like trying to, because they were both checking the meat. Or no, it wasn't even her. No, it wasn't. No, the Asian girl's Wendy.
No, it was the other. No, it was the other girl. I
forgot her. Yeah,
it was not Wendy. It was a different girl.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, So she's a pretty good cook, I think, too. But like, Andrew was imploding her. Andrew was just imploding her. And then he narked on,
and he was talking. Yeah, he narked on her and talking shit about her.
He said, "I was just checking
all them out on it.
I was just checking."
And then Scott just thug lifed him. He was just like, I didn't see that.
Which she just wasn't able to do. It's not what I saw.
I'm like,
that's not what I saw.
Based sous chef Scott. Based sous chef Scott right there.
He's trying to narc on her like that. Yeah, she was the one. I was just messing with the dials. She's the one that made the terrible chicken, and he's just sitting there like this, going, "That's not what I saw."
I didn't see that.
I was like, "Oh, it's like, oh!" I guarantee you, if they were for elimination, everybody would have said Andrew. Everybody would have said Andrew, because
they would have. Like, I'm surprised they did not choose to. Like, what was it? The only red team that had to do the elimination and not the blue team.
Yeah, because the blue team did better.
That's true. Oh yeah, you're right. They did do
delivered
better,
more
so that's why they don't have to eliminate their own team. But the Red did the worst. They were on a roll in the beginning until they fucking got derailed when they're not doing their job trying to get the main food to their customers.
Jeff and Dewberry
fucking,
screwed over at least.
Oh yeah, Jeff and Dewberry fucking screw up, especially Dewberry. Like he was really having a big fucking meltdown.
He
talk
lost
back
his
at
mind
Gordon
on the
Ramsay.
appetizer, the meals. He's like, I can't do this. I don't know how to.
Like I
make
can't do this. It's all confusing. I only make spaghetti and blah. Blah. He's like, lie. I was like,
agreed that it was what's his name? Chris. I disagree that Criff had the best service. I'm like, I didn't see that on camera. Unless it was on camera because
unless we missed something.
The best one at least was like the second best one. Then
all he did was like show Elsie how to like do score marks on a salmon. I'm like, considering Chris's track record with salmon in this show, like I'm surprised he even got that far.
Which, you know what? I mean, I would say if I had to rank on the red team, Elise is the best. Then I would say Chris, and that is me being generous. And then I would say Dewberry, and then Andrew's way down here. Even though I honestly think Dewberry should have went home last week.
I agree.
Dewberry should have been the one who went home last week, and not the other. Because the other girl, she was just standing there. You could literally just chew her ass out, and until next week that happens again, you're gone. I mean, I feel like that was a mean way to send her. You sent her home because she was just standing there. I mean, like, I don't know. I felt that was kind of like, that was like not a reason. A reason is like if you are cooking so terribly, or that you're just in the kitchen. If she was if she was out there in the dining room just sitting there talking and not serving food, then I would say. But I understand he was upset because you're literally, you let them fall rather than helping. Well, I understand why.
Because she didn't do anything.
Well, getting to elimination, red team lost, and Chris somehow was best of the worst by some mystery.
Miracle.
He chose Jeff and Dewberry, which Gordon's like, I agree with you 100%. I'm like, okay. And then Jeff, during his plea, is like, I'm a team player, I'm a this, I'm a that. And Gordon's like, you're a shit cook.
The dedication is there and the heart and the commitment's there.
But you're a shit cook.
And I'm just sitting there like, all that was missing was the video starting off with the guy saying, I'm going to end this man's whole career. Just like, because that's what he did. He just ended Jeff. I'm just like, yeah, you're all these things, but you're bad at your job.
You're a shit cook.
The only reason, he tells Dewberry, the only reason is for what you did.
I mean, I can't necessarily blame him for that. I mean,
he talked back at him. He was about to desert the whole fucking team, and he would not accept.
He abandoned his station. Yeah, he said that's the only reason you abandoned. The only reason I'm sending you over Jeff is because you abandoned your station, and that's it. He says like you left your team hanging. Which to be fair, he did come back, but.
Well, not without Elsie like staring him down, like you pointed out, Collins.
Like Elsie gave him like the monster. You get your ass back on that station. If Elsie wasn't there, then he would have definitely just like left.
He would have left if it were for her.
Like I'm just saying, come on.
That is
I agree, and I completely agree that Dewberry, the Doughboy here, should have left the last week.
He kept calling him Blueberry. Did y'all pick up on that? He kept calling him Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Well, like we've been alluding to, Dewberry ends up getting eliminated, and that is the end of the artist formerly known as Dewberry. Leave the memories alone. Don't change a thing.
Dewberry, you're going tonight.
What happened to him? Did you Google what happened to him?
That's a good point. Let me take care of that.
I mean, he almost had me. He almost impressed me in the beginning, but then okay, the moment he had the meltdown, yeah, he's gonna get eliminated. He's not gonna last.
I honestly thought he made it further. I was like, oh, he doesn't even make it to like.
I even thought that I thought both Jeff and Dewberry were gonna get eliminated because they did a shit job.
He has. I'm not gonna say win, but he has on one season sent 2 people home at once because he said, and he also, just because you're eliminated on this team does not mean he won't eliminate someone on the other team. Because if you do worse than on the people on that team, if he catches that, because he catches everything. He doesn't just That's true. And so he literally one time, I'm not gonna say what happens, but one person fucks up on the other team so bad, but the team doesn't get eliminated, and then he just calls out, says the person's name, and then and he goes, Yeah, he said, "You're no longer hiding behind your team. Your ass is gone."
That's true.
I was like, "Damn." He's like, I was like, "Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. He sees everything. I mean, you can try to trick him all you want. He is.
You're not going to trick Gordon Ramsay.
No, he
you
literally
can't.
will say, like, look, just because you win, your team wins, doesn't mean anyone on your team is safe. Still, if you fuck up the worst out of everyone on the other team, you're still."
Okay,
Now,
so I should have disclaimed this last week when talking about Carol Ann. So like take this with a grain of salt. Like you can only do so much in the research department. I'm just doing what like Google says is like the most up to date. But according to this Google search, Dewberry created his own YouTube channel featuring vegan recipes and becoming the chef/manager of the Flying Biscuit Cafe in Atlanta. So he got a pretty decent job after this was all done, and God bless him for it.
wow. I feel bad for that cafe.
Okay, that seems a bit harsh, but okay.
I mean, really, what if he gets overwhelmed? He's just like, "Where's our food at?" The cook's going down the road. Well, I don't. You know what? That makes sense though, because you know what? He said he was a vegan, and he really was a shitty cook on the meat station.
That's true. That explains it.
That makes a lot of sense now. They should have put him on probably Garnish. He probably would have did better on Garnish.
Well, you can't keep someone on Garnish forever on that show.
I know he likes to rotate, like Gordon rotates stations every night, and so basically, it's like your job if you want to be a chef, you have to be at 100 on 100 on every station. You cannot just like, oh, I imploded on meats, but I'm good at everything else. No,
you have to do like every station. Like you can't just like do one thing well. You have to do multiple things extremely well if you want to win this show.
Yeah, you can't pick and choose. That's not the whole point of this whole game.
I forgot that they only did a small number of people in this season. Because in the later seasons, I'm like, I could have swore they had way more people. And I'm like, yeah, in the later seasons, they get like 15 or 20 people.
Well, it's the beginning of the show. They weren't a big hit at the time.
Yeah, they get like more. I'm like, because I like in the later seasons, I'm like, I could have swore that's like you can't even see in there because there's so many chefs. But then I'm like, wow, I just forgot about that. And I'm like, it's so neat watching this because you're like, this is back when they had a dollar store budget. Now they have like an Amazon budget.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is crazy because like the kitchen, that's what I was like last episode, the first episode, you could see the cameras like they're just hanging there. The camera, like, look, there's the camera. In this episode, at least you could tell they hid the cameras more. Although you could still see up there on the thing where it looks like that camera, the one camera used to see in schools and at Walmart, that little black.
Yeah.
I'm like, which I just honestly this episode was really good. And just like every customer just come up there with complaining, saying that chef told us to fuck off. And I'm just like, well, yeah, go up there. You're sitting there talking shit about his people. I mean, yeah. And he's like, he tells Dewberry, because of you, people are coming here talking shit to me. I'm literally having to deal with these assholes because of you.
Being pretty up to date with the most recent seasons and like going back to this, it's wild seeing the stuff that they were able to get away with. And I did a little bit of digging while you guys were talking. It turns out Jeff actually did in fact have a kidney stone. I thought it was kind of a did he, didn't he? No, he actually did. So I corrected my lower third. I'm a jerk. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have put alleged on there if I didn't know concrete, but I just looked
you don't know if it's reality TV, so you didn't know. Okay,
that's true.
In your defense, like Jake said, it's a reality TV. You don't know what's gonna be real and what's fake, how much it was staged.
And I did look it up, and it was in fact very real. So if you're out there and you stumble across this, I'm sorry. I've never had a kidney stone myself, but from what I have known from other people, they suck. So
I hope I never get one. That's my one.
I hope I don't either.
Because I heard how do you get rid of it, and like, ooh, I don't want to do that at all. Oh no. I will say this though. It made me laugh though that the red team, his home team, was berating him for his kidney stone. Be like, he needs to just shut up and suck it up. Like just sit there, he's like he knocks everything over. It looks like a Weekend at Bernie situation. He's just laying there like that, and all of a sudden you're like, "Fuck."
This man during dinner service is like keeling over, like, ugh, and
You're all
he's
just turning on.
I thought he was gonna be like dropping on the floor. I thought he was gonna drop to the floor right then.
They didn't care either. No one cared either. No one
Gave a shit.
No.
Like they're a bunch of evil.
That's even fucked up. Like no one cared.
No one, even Gordon Ramsay, probably stuff. He was on the floor. He'd get over there and go, "You're worthless. You are a worthless dog.
You are a worthless fucking dog. You fucker.
Now crawl out of here now." And then kicks.
Cut the stone, you.
Jeff Scott, drag him out of here. Pull him by his legs out of here.
Well,
I think he can come up here in my kitchen like this.
Anyway, what did you all think of this episode? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to read what you have to say. And as this show progresses, it's going to get even more intense, and the surprises are just going to keep on coming. But Collins, where can the people find you?
They can call me at Red versus Blue, the Hell's Kitchen after show. It's kind of like Walking Dead. We're Talking Dead, where we talk about the episodes after. It's a talk show to this talk show. You know, it's like, man, how did Ryan? What'd you think about Ryan when he mentioned that about Jeff's kidney stone? Do you think he was in defense or was he against it? No, but no, but I actually think, I'm actually, 3dmoviecinema.com or youtube.com/3dmoviecinema. I have, I just dropped a review for the first Finalist Nation movie, where my Friday Finalist Nation 2 review will go up, and there will be a watch party Friday for the first Finalist Nation movie with these boys right here, where we will watch Final Destination 1. And Small Talk every Tuesday, and we will, Talking Silence is on break right now due to one of our co-hosts' family tragedies, and personal life. So once he's comfortable enough to come back, then we'll do Talking Silence. But yeah, Kitchen Talk whenever we can drop an episode, which I know we shoot it every week, but what day. We don't have a set day yet. So
I'm aiming for Wednesday, so I'm knocking on wood that I keep the Wednesday date.
What day is Hell's Kitchen air?
I believe back then it usually aired on Wednesday. Let me just
Wednesday or Thursday. If it airs on Thursday, then we could just drop it on every Thursday.
That's true, but Tuesday was when Smallville started, which is why we chose Tuesday.
Yeah, then we could do Wednesday for Hell's Kitchen.
So it was on a Monday. So
today's Monday, so
as we're recording.
Well, it does, to be fair, it does come on Thursdays now, so we can just throw this up for Thursday.
Oh, that's a good point too.
Yeah.
But anyway, Matt Wyatt, what about you?
You can find me at MattWyatt92 on my YouTube channel. I put up my recent review of the spoiler of the first 3 episodes of Andor. My recent review for the Ryan Coogler's Sinners have gone up to 1,000 views, so definitely check out my review. And this week I will be checking out the 2 movies, The Accountant 2, and I'll be checking out the new MCU film Thunderbolts. So those reviews will probably be up by this weekend, so keep an eye open up for that. And I will be dropping a review probably today for the new episode of the season 2 of The Last of Us.
All right, and as far as this channel goes, Mission Impossible review season is now in full effect. The review for Mission Impossible 1 will be going up very soon. I'll be joined by Russell from Notorious by Chance, and he's always on this channel every Friday, but he has volunteered to review the first Mission Impossible movie with me, so that will be upcoming. But as far as this channel goes, thank you all so much for watching. For Jacob Collins, from Matt Wyatt, my name is Ryan Cam. Be sure to tip your waiter, and to quote the illustrious Gordon Ramsay,
Get out! Get out!